Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I not show any sense of weakness today. It'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, is at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this fraud, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe to us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The mortal weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a gauze hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence he did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination? Cross-examine what? I can't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? If my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works lots of times. I've expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Hold it! Why is that? What's your reason? Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? This May isn't suspicious, as he saw isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess he is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? This person can have its advantages. Yes! Gah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my very own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab tests results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How'd you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, detective. Your Honor? Why did you testify about this vile piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The offense may begin its cross-examination.
Objection!
Detective Gumshit, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from the department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who had died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. That was almost immediate, due to a blow from a blunt object. But there was a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth! I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your butt out. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please? April May, at your service. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd! The witness will refrain from one-time winking. Aww, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. Already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, where the murder occurred? I was like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, oh! I saw a woman with long hair being attacked! The one attacking her was the mouse eagle sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she got up to her and she hit her! Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. That, it's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait! Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. A cowardly way of finding tiny faults and perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. He has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. How do you notice he was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a goddess physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? The only one person I've seen in mine was a short goddess figure. Testimony's bulletproof, Your Honor. Right. Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks! What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. White, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is this meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique! No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her! And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus! But still, I don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What did you say to that, Miss May? Ah! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please admit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. The testimony again if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. I see hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That was clock. That kind of statuary clock. A thinker, I think. Well, is that accuracy of my report not startle you? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Objection!
Miss May, what did you say just now was quite revealing. Revealing? You like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder! Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh.
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes. Yes, of course. You withdraw your question, Mr.
Objection!
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only one. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. He stopped me there. The trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it. Say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law office of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. So you could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork! How could you possibly? Let's take a look. Right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar! Fat? Well, Miss May? Quite a show you're putting on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, you must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness of the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock must have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is...
Take that!
Take a look at this. It's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation he had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockworks out. Sorry. Your Honor. I think this makes it clear that the clockworks were already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Because how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I got so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defendant have any objections, Mr. Wright? The witness claims he had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please, reduce this evidence that the witness has not seen this clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever! What? A friend of mine made this clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today? What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? He did it, and he should die for it! Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves! This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She never heard that it was a clock. Odd? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way that she could have known the thing was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence to prove the witness had heard the motor weapon was a clock.
Take that!
Have a look at this. That. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. White, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were taping the victim Miss Mirafay's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was taping the phone? Absolutely. Even if she was in the case which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim even say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is...
Take that!
The recording I presented the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. There's more words to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. And am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous! Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does he seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You liar! It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Ah! That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. That's to deal the final blow. Miss May. What is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you? You killed her, didn't you? Order! There will be order! What? How can you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretapping. Oops! So you admit you tapped her phone? But wait! I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl. Really? Can you prove it? No way you can prove it. You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer? But I can prove it, and I will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. And I show you. I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock that night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee. You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, this is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya Fey commit murder. No, we're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you're something quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the witness typing had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'm gonna find something suspicious in that bellboy's honest testimony. Otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on that spot. What should I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood! I accept your condition! Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I receive your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be at the service. That tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call around 8 p.m. in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope this is it. I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now. Maya will be finished. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. And not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and the point being, I remembered her quite well. Yes, what then? 9 o'clock on the dot, she said. Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. Precisely 9 o'clock then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be bought there. Oh, bellboy, I like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would you be so particular about that time? You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I booked the room service, sir, the guest, favored me with a, embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would he have done that? I believe perhaps he was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget, sir. I think I'm serious up to something I want the bellboy to remember her. It's so good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen. Can I? Wait, please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, this is really it. Now this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Tell me about checking. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl. So it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me. What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you just say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention that in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you bought that room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I heard that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Miss May herself was alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like to... like if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court! Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's arguments. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens to me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happens to Miss May after that? Anyway, I heard they arrested her. I guess he's learning her charms won't walk everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir! I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you! I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought I might come in handy go to the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this would do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center. It's up to me to set her free.